Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Sistrong, and I'm reaching out to the student body. Okay, students, guess what? We are about to approach our last week of class. Yes, the last week. Good Lord, yes. No, I'm having a little fun. I'm enjoying myself, and I know you are too. So don't get upset that I just did that, but I am happy and I know you are happy. So what I want to talk to you about today will be, what do we have to do to complete this course? I want to walk through some particulars that's important for you. I want to talk about you coming out to the college to take your proctor test. I want to talk to you about the skills assessment. And then I want to do a generalization of everything else that you need to know to close this course out. I want to make sure you understand I do not talk about final grades until the grade is posted and until you actually see it in your list of courses with your grades. So do not email me, what is my final grade? You will receive that. Now, normally, how do I proceed? The last day of class is the 12th. The last day of class will be the 12th of this month. So what you have to do is make sure you get all your work in prior to or on that particular day. Okay? The next day, which is the 13th and 14th, I will be grading, posting grades. So all I need you to do is make sure you review everything that you have. So far, grades are up to par, but you know we're in the 7th week, and then we have the 8th week. So I got to get all the information for the 7th weekend, then I got to get all the information for the 8th weekend. Just review your grades and make sure you got everything in. Now, I am sending this out to multiple classes, so just make sure that you understand the piece that's important for you. Mostly, I have one class, and that is my cybersecurity class that has to go take a proctor test. But everyone else, you have your tests listed inside of D2L, and make sure you go to D2L to take your test. But my proctor students have to come to the college, okay? So I'm trying to spread this around to everyone. Okay, so let's have at it. Now I'm just going to focus on my proctor students. Everyone else got the information you need. Get everything in. Make sure you look in D2L in the grade section or the assignment section and that you did everything. Discussion questions, assignments, grade sections, whatever, quiz section. Make sure you do everything to get everything in before or on the 12th of this month. So to my cybersecurity students, let's walk into the next phase of this. I want to show you some stuff and I want to talk a little more about what we got to do. Let's go. Okay, so we are back. Now, I am specifically talking to my CNS 173 students, but I want to make sure that this also is general to all students who are taking classes with me, because I want to make sure you understand what you need to do too. But this is geared towards those cybersecurity students because they have to go take a proctor exam, and one day you will too, so pay attention. Okay, so let's look at this. For all students, I want you to make sure that you complete the last discussion question, because the last discussion question is going to be a somewhat of a survey, you telling me what do you think about the course and how did the course help you. But to my cybersecurity students, it will be mandated to you because it's going to be one of your discussion questions. So just make sure you cover that. And please, please do not put in there, oh, it's too much work. Come on, people, you going into the work world. You know you're going to have to do a lot of work in the work world. So you need to start getting used to that. This is how it really is. You show up, you have so many tasks, you have so many tickets that you have to do So you have to get used to an 8-hour shift. You are not doing an 8-hour shift in these classes. I can tell you that right now. And I know it's a student out there right now. Oh, wait a minute. I'm doing 40 hours. Really? Really? I love to study with you, but we'll put that on the back burner. Okay. So that's one thing. Just don't, if it's too much work, it's too much work. This is the course of getting you into the professional world to do the professional work. You are a professional. Okay. Assignments. If the assignment is not closed, go ahead and upload it. But if it is closed, on your last assignment, post it in there. I will give you some credit. Maybe not full credit, but some credit. Quizzes and exams. I have a class that they have to take a quiz. That is my CNS 105. Make sure you go in here and take that quiz, people. It's important. If you miss it, well, that's life. And always check your grades to see where you at, to see are you up to par. As of today, your grades are up to par for the weeks that have passed. But we got the 7th week and we got the 8th week. Officially, I can't give you your grades until Sunday, 11:59 p.m. So make sure you just know that you're up to par. If you have any problems with grades, anything, instead of emailing me and hopefully I'll get to the email, why don't you just meet me at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. in my office hours where we can sit down and talk about your grades. Now, some of you going to come with some late stuff. I don't want to hear it. Please don't do me like that. But just make sure my office is always open for discussion. And that should cover that. But now to my CyberOps students, you have to go to the campus and you're going to see posters on here, the campus hours. They're going to be right there. And you will see those campus hours posted. Make sure when you go to the testing center, and that's what I mean by campus hours posting, I'm talking about the testing center, that you honor your time. If you have to change your time, but make sure that you show up early. What I would say is, if you know you're going to be there at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, or whatever time you chose, I would say be there at least 2 hours early where you can get comfortable, you can be fully rested. Maybe you want to do a meditation session at the campus before you go in there, but it is important that you follow the rules. That is extremely important. Do not go in there and not be compliant to what their procedures and rules are. They control that site. I have no authority, no control inside of that site. So if you do something, I have to take their word, and I stand with them because they are excellent people and they do a magnificent job in making sure all of our students are helped to get their exams proctored and graded. So follow the rules. Let's go to the next slide. Now we're going to talk about these portals here inside of Cisco NetAcad. Whatever course you in, make sure you do your due diligence to get everything done. And I know I got some students who are inside of CNS 105. They inside of an entirely different portal, but just make sure whatever portal you are working out of, whether it's my portal for Linux, my portal for Cisco, my portal for whatever, I can't remember them all right now. Just make sure you cover all your bases and complete all your work. Go back, check over the stuff, make sure you got everything in. But to my CyberOps students, you know that in here you have labs, you have packet tracers, you have also exams, you have quizzes. When you're getting ready for this exam, your final exam, all you should have in your brain, you cannot walk into the testing center with any paper or pencils or anything. You only going in there with your brain. You should have studied the exams that you went through. I told everybody to take a copy of their exams so they can study those. You should have studied the quizzes, and you should have studied the terms and definitions inside of your course. But just make sure you come prepared, you come ready, and you are there to take your time. Don't rush it. You got plenty of time. The test only really takes an hour, but because I have some students who need the extra time, I felt that it was only pertinent for me to give everybody equal amount of time. So I gave everyone 3 hours. So you have plenty of time to complete this task and make sure that you do the work on time. No one is getting extra time or more time than anyone else. The test for Cisco specifically says it takes an hour, and I decided as a professor to get everybody more time. So make sure you follow that up and just take your time and answer the questions. It's nothing more I can say in here than you turn in all your assignments. And your assignments consist of labs, they consist of packet tracers, they consist of the exams. So just make sure you do all of that. Now, when we come to net labs, here is where you will go, and this is my cybersecurity students again. Here's where you will go and do your assessment skills exam right here. It says skills assessment. This is where you will go. So don't come in here and say, what exam should I take? You know it's the skills assessment because you've been doing all of your labs, and here's your skills assessment. You're going to click on it, and this is what I need from you. I need the same way you've been doing every lab in here. You're going to download the document. You're going to turn the document into a Word doc and take it out of PDF. And then you're going to upload it. Once you complete everything, answer all the questions on the document inside of course, D2L in your assignment section. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. You're going to do the same thing. I need that document to compare to your work. Now, when you're in here doing the work, of course, I need to see screenshots. Without screenshots, you're going to have some issues. So make sure I got the document in D2L and I have the screenshots on there. Now you can do that anytime. That does not have to do anything with the proctor test. You can do this anytime as long as you do it before or on the 12th. Make sure before or on the 12th because the 12th is the last day. But the proctor exam, you have to show up to and take that exam. So that's pretty much it when it comes to this session. Now this session is only 10 minutes, approximately 15 minutes long. Make sure you review this because you want to make sure you dot all your I's and cross all your T's to complete this work. And it's important that you do. Now, like I said, you know my office hours. If you have an issue, I will be there to talk to you via Zoom. But for the students who coming up to the campus, when you show up, make sure you got your student ID with you or your state ID. Make sure that you sign in because they're going to give you a document to sign on. And guess what? I am heading back to Chicago. I'm doing traveling. I'm heading back. So I will be at the school, but know that I will be online. So there's no excuse saying you missed me. I'm online from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. But I will be up there. If you get a chance to stop at my office, search it out, find it. It's on my syllabus, people, my office room. So anyway, you can stop by and we can just chit chat.